I used ChatGPT and DallE-3 to create this children's book. The results from DALL-E can be absolutely incredible, so if you want to see the process I used to make all of these illustrations, stick around. And by the way, this is the first inside a series of deep dives into artificial intelligence tools here on AGI or Bust. You can leave inside the comments your ideas for tools that I should explore in the next video. So I just jumped straight into it. I started talking with ChatGPT and getting ideas for a story for a children's book. Ultimately, that conversation, just conversing out loud with ChatGPT, helped me develop the idea for the story of the book, even though I didn't use exactly what ChatGPT had told me. Next, I got to work, or should I say, ChatGPT and DALL-E got to work, because all I had to do was just tell it what I wanted it to see, and it created images for me. I did that a few times, and eventually I found something that I liked the look of, and I took the prompt from that image and used it as a base for all the future generation. You see, one of the problems with DALL-E is that it wasn't really trained to be consistent with any previous images. It's just trained to give you what you ask for based on a prompt. So that means that consistency across multiple images can be a little bit difficult. For example, going from like red shoes to blue shoes. And so you have to make a lot of little tweaks to the prompt to specify, oh no, I want the shoes to be blue, I want this to be exactly this way. And even then, it's not going to get it exactly right, as you can tell from each illustration to the next. There's a lot of differences in how the characters look. It looks largely like the same character, but it isn't exactly the same. That's one of the big weaknesses right now with DALL-E. There's also this other issue right now that I've run into a few times where the model just cannot fully understand something you put into the prompt. And this happened to me when I wanted to generate an illustration of just an empty nest with no eggs inside it. And for whatever reason, if I put that word nest inside the prompt, it would always add an egg somewhere inside the photo, if not directly centered inside the nest itself. And this is kind of annoying. I ended up actually not being able to get it to work, giving up on it, and just using Adobe's AI tools to replace the egg on one of the illustrations it had generated. That being said, what DALL-E can do right now is truly incredible. If I wanted to make illustrations for a kid's book like this before, I would have needed a good bit of time and a good bit of skill in order to do it. Now it's just a conversation with the AI. And there's a huge race right now in terms of building the best image generation AI. You have, on the one hand, OpenAI and their DALL-E series, but then you have competitors like Adobe's Firefly, as well as Midjourney, which is extremely popular. I think right now, DALL-E is absolutely the best when it comes to generating an image exactly how you described it, as well as text generation. But Midjourney creates some beautiful artwork and some beautiful photography. Probably the worst out of the bunch is Adobe's Firefly in terms of the foundational model. And I think Adobe's main advantage right now is that it's integrated with their tools. And that's going to be a huge plus for them going into the future, because I think if you're an artist or you're working on a serious project, you want to have all those tools right there. You don't want to have to download the image from Midjourney, send it to Photoshop, make some tweaks, send it to DALL-E, send it to Stable Diffusion. It adds a lot of friction if you have to go and take it from one ecosystem and put it into another. So Adobe is set up really well. They just need, I think, a better foundational model. And we'll see, because these models are constantly being updated. Every few months or so, there's usually a major release from one of these companies. The most recent being DALL-E 3, but we'll see. Midjourney is going to come out with new models pretty soon, and I'm sure Adobe's Firefly will as well. So what did you think of this? What did you think of the children's book, the story? Let me know inside the comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys again in the next video.